Welcome back, everybody. We were going to do creepy or cool. We're going to move from that because one of the more popular sports teams in this country just fired their head coach. Nick Nurse is no longer head coach of the Toronto Raptors. Nick Nurse was on the sideline in 2019 when the Raptors made Canadian sporting history and won the NBA championship, defeating the Golden State Warriors in 6 games. However, since Kawhi Leonard has left, and since the bubble experience during COVID when they all went to Florida, this Raptors team, despite a decent year last year, just hasn't looked the same. It was back on April the 1st when Nick Nurse, seemingly out of nowhere, told the media before a game in Philadelphia, quote, "I think 10 years is a good time to sit back and reflect a little bit," end quote. It took the media by surprise. It clearly took Masai Ujiri, team president, by surprise. So Nick Nurse is gone. Masai Ujiri is scheduled to speak to the media at 11 a.m. Eastern. Michael Grange of Sportsnet has confirmed that the initial report came from Adrian Wojnarowski of ESPN. Michael Grange of Sportsnet has been tweeting about this. We take this anytime, guys. Has been tweeting about this regularly. There is the confirmation. That was at 9:43 a.m. this morning. We have no idea who, if anyone, has been selected yet to replace Nick Nurse. But there are 2 clear sides to this to me, Mel. His place in Raptors history will never be challenged. He was on the sideline for the biggest moment they've ever had. Since then, his legacy has been playing his starters way too much and having no trust in his bench players. Now, is part of that Masai Ujiri's fault and the GM Bobby Webster? Yes, quite frankly it is. But Nick Nurse's style, and you saw it in 2019, he leaned on Kawhi and leaned on certain players. Pascal Siakam has led the league in minutes the last 2 years. That is unacceptable to me. Fred VanVleet has gotten hurt plenty. That's unacceptable to me. These are things you have to work around and pace your team. He was awful at that. So there's plenty to look at here, but this is a significant, significant moment, Mel, in Raptors history, no doubt.
Yeah, and regardless, something had to change. So you had to start from that top, right? But when he leaked out, when it kind of seemingly came out of nowhere, as you mentioned before there, it felt like that was the moment. Well, that everyone had sort of given up around him.
Correct. No, right? You're bang on. That was, everyone in the room went, whoa. Because pregame for an NBA team, nothing really newsy ever comes out. It's just kind of a layup media availability, and it's quiet.
Yes.
That one was a bomb dropped. And reportedly, some of the reports we're seeing here, Masai and Nick had plenty of conversations. They couldn't get on the same page. Nick had a year left on his deal at $8 million. That's not happening. He will get another job in this league, I guarantee you, because he's an NBA champion, and there are a lot of teams that need the help. But right now, he won't be coaching the Raptors next year. Massive news in the world of sports. More BT coming up after this.
That's big.